Hi there, it's me again, Hobby Odyssey, back with another fitness diary entry. Today is the 30th of October, so one day, just one day until Halloween. Again, it's not really a holiday or that widely celebrated in Australia, but it's getting there. So year on year, it's gotten more popular, and it's just another day to have a bit of fun with kids and dressing up. So, I'm not against it. I know that some other people are against it because it's not Australian, but whatever. It's just fun. Anyway, looking forward to that. That'll be fun. Get it out and dressing up as something. See how the kids go. Might have to oblige myself with some of their lollies and chocolates if they can't eat them. So, too bad, hey? Anyway, there's been a bit of a delay in my diary entries, but that's just because I've been kind of carrying my lower back soreness for a bit. It's getting there. It's still sore occasionally, but went to the gym today, did all my session, was extra careful on some of the exercises to make sure that nothing went wrong and nothing did. So no tweaks today. Tried to do some stretching out and everything, but I will go over the exercise again today and just share how I went. So again, this was a strength session. We'll go through each of the exercises. I'll highlight anything that I think is worth highlighting or anything that may have jumped out at me as extra special, extra hard today. But if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. I'm happy to come back and have a chat. So, a series of 10 exercises today, 3 sets going around, 8 to 10 reps. So, you do try to build it up and go heavy with the weights. Let's see if I can remember all of them. I'll list them off quickly and then see if I can come back and focus on the exercises from there. So, to start with, from memory, it was bicep curls. So, alternating bicep curls. Try to go heavy and slow. So, you know, arm at the side, bring it up, and then slow it down. Really fun if you like pain. So went through, did those 15 kilos, pretty good. I'm happy with that effort and made sure I did them nice and slow. They pained me at the end. Same area, same dumbbells. We shifted over to weighted squats. So shifted over to a heavier weight, 17.5 kilos on either side. Those were just deep squats, or you could use them with a little elevated platform. Again, nothing too special, but squats have always killed me. I don't know why. They just burn, and I don't like them. Even if I step up to heavier exercises, I can do them, especially with the barbell squat. But I don't know. It's not my speciality, I would say. All right. After that, we shift over to the next one. They call the landmine push, I think, or press. So they have a barbell that's attached to the ground on this plate, and you grab one side of it. So where's something I can demo with? This thing. Say this is the plate, and this is the barbell. It's connected like that, so you can lift it up. You're standing here. You grab this with one arm. You face it, chest on, and then you push up with one arm and bring it back down. The weights typically sit here, normal plates for the barbells, and you do that other side. It's a pretty standard exercise that we've done before, but it gets pretty tough. So you want to try to keep technique, but it's tough to focus on that when you're banging the weights on. I think I only went to, let's see, 10, like 20, 25 max. I think I went to 30 at one stage. It ended up getting too much for me to complete, especially on my left side. My left is my weak side. But moving on from that, it was the ab rollers. So if you haven't done ab rollers, you have to make sure your technique's good, otherwise you'll hurt your lower back. I focused on that today. Focused on technique. So you kind of you bring your tailbone underneath, like you're kind of about to go into a cat stretch or something. So you got your ab roll in front of you, go into that kind of cat stretch one, activate your core, and then roll out. And then if you can, bring it back with your abs as well. even thinking about that is it's clutching my abs at the moment, and I can't help it. It's kind of I don't know. It's tiring. It pushes you, but it's a good one. You definitely feel it, and if you activate the right areas, you definitely feel it like a longer activation of the muscles in your. I don't know if it's just abs or if it's core as well. Still, a good one. Next up after that, and I'm conscious that I haven't quickly gone through and list off the exercises because I was going to do that and go in more detail, but we'll just go into more detail because I'm trying to list them off as I remember the circuit that I did. So after that, we went through and what was it? It was a bowl slam. So I still haven't got myself something to demo on, but the fingers are coming down again. All right, say you're kneeling. There we go. This side with the leg up, you get a weighted medicine ball. You with both hands, you bring it up over your head here and slam it down on the ground this side. 10 other side, so you got to make sure that you pick up the ball, twist, bring it up, and then slam it on the other side. That's not bad. Like it was hard getting the proper weight that I wanted, but it wasn't bad. I think 8 to 10 kilo medicine ball. It wears you out pretty quick, especially straight on after the ab rollers. So after that was probably my most difficult exercise of the session. It doesn't seem too bad. Doesn't seem bad, but there were again some medicine balls, like solid medicine ball ones that we had either side. We were doing push-ups off these medicine balls and bringing yourself and your shoulders like to the medicine ball, so you were just below them, and then trying to push up. So these are like hyperextended push-ups. I thought it wasn't going to be too bad until I did my first one, and it hurt a lot. I think I had a break every two, and I was being conscious again of technique. I'm always trying to be conscious of technique because if you don't have it right, it'll either not hit the right areas or you'll hurt something. So I was conscious of technique, making sure that I could get in there, drop below those medicine balls and push back up. But my limit for those was two, especially after all the other exercises I went through. But two, break, two again until I got up to my 8. I couldn't max out at the top 10 reps. I'll have to work on that. I don't know what extra is there. I think I'm okay with push-ups, to be honest. I think I'm okay with push-ups, and it varies a lot depending on where you put your elbows in. So, shoulder length apart, if you have your elbows out and pushing up, easier. If you pull them in, harder. But I think it does different areas as well. But that was very hard. They also had an option if you want to push yourself of sticking your feet up on a third medicine ball behind you. I tried that once. I could do it. I just rolled off the back one as I was trying to push up though. So, managed to have the proper strength and technique to do it, except for stabilizing myself. Next time, something to aim for. Next up after that was a weighted walk, actually. So they had the kettlebells. You have a heavier kettlebell in one hand that you hold at your side, like you're doing a farmer's walk, and then a slightly lighter one that you lift up over your head and keep it there. So there was only about let's say a 20-meter walking loop. The loop, weirdly enough, the walk up there, you're focusing, you're trying to sustain it. As soon as you start turning it around, it shifts the weight dramatically, and it makes it so hard for that turn until you stabilize again on the walk back. So yeah, probably 10 meters up, 10 meters back, and then you switched arms. So you switched the lighter kettlebell onto the other arm, and then the heavy one back onto the alternate, and you did the walk around. I really like farmers walks, to be honest. They hurt and they're painful, especially like you think you're doing okay, and then you get about a third of the way and you're like, oh yeah, this is starting to hurt, especially with heavier weights, because you start feeling it burning in your forearms and your grip is struggling a bit. But yeah, you get halfway through and you're like, this is pushing it 2/3 of the way through, and it's starting to burn. So typically, with the standard farmers walks, we do, I think they're the jerry cans, like 20 litre jerry cans, one either side, and that's tough. Like, you have to make sure that you activate your whatever the shoulder blade muscles are, and you keep your shoulders back, because you don't want to hunch over and hurt anything or put strain on any other muscles you don't want to. Today's one, though, was different. It wasn't as painful for your forearms, but it, again, after all the other exercises, it just builds up, and my shoulders were starting to shake as I was holding it above my head. I probably looked like a lunatic, to be honest, just heaving and sweating on my way back. Following up after that, probably not good to back on after that, but it was a rope exercise. So the rope's attached to a, I don't know, monkey bar gymnasium thing. It's heavy and it's bolted to the ground. So the rope is looped up the top. You're supposed to go, say, you're here, the rope's up here, and you have a choice. You can, with straight, where's this finger? With straight legs, you can lower yourself as you're kind of lowering yourself down the rope, and then you pull yourself back up with the rope. Most people did the bent leg. I like to push myself, so I did the straight leg, but that's not, it's kind of tough, especially if you try. It's hard. So as you're lowering yourself, you start dropping your butt a bit, and you'll find that your butt hits first. It was hard to try to activate yourself and kind of plank it on the way down, just because of the way that you're lowering yourself as well. You kind of extending your arms out as you're lowering. So it was hard to get done, tough on the hands as well, but got there in the end. What was after that? It was another ab exercise. So this ab exercise, there's an exercise ball in front of you. You lay on the ground, arms and legs out. You get the medicine ball between your legs, bring it up to your hands, grab it with your hands as you're doing the sit up, then extend yourself all the way out again, and then up again, and then put the medicine ball between your legs, and then lower everything again. It hurts. It hurts. And again, I don't know if it's just the nature of the exercise. My abs must be terrible. But the nature of the exercise, plus having done the ab roller and the cumulative effect of all those other exercises, it got to me. It got to me bad. The last one was what I was super cautious about, to be honest. So the last one was a clean and press. So clean and press. So barbell on the ground, weighted up, kind of squat technique. Grip it, kind of bend and pull up to your chest, and then up above your head, and lower it down again. The lowering down bit was what concerned me, because that was the exercise that kind of tweaked my back when I hung onto the weight too long last time. Because I think I was hanging onto the weight as I dropped it this way. This time around, I made sure I kind of guarded it down against my body, and then squatted as I dropped it to the ground. So much better technique today. Was focused on that and got through it okay, and it went up to the second highest weight as I gained more confidence that my body was going to hold up. So hyper focused on that, hyper focused on proper technique, and it all ended up being good. Good session, good stretch after the fact as well. So stretching out the lower back and doing some of the Pilates moves, or is it yoga moves? There's this yoga routine that I go through. I think it's a basic yoga one where you do downward dog, and then you shift over to like come forward into a plank, and then push up with your back, and then you go back to downward dog, and then you do a lunge and stretch out your hips. I really do enjoy that. Child's pose as well has been really good for stretching out my shoulder blades. And then I just do the normal ones. I've been neglecting my hamstrings a bit. I need to get back onto those, because hamstring tightness, I'm pretty sure, affects the lower back. So I just need to give my whole body some love and focus where it needs it. Outside that, I'm getting fit. I'm getting exercise. I'm back from my injury, so I'll keep coming back and doing these quick catch up reviews on what I've been doing, how I've been feeling. And again, it's for my benefit, but if other people enjoy listening along, hearing what we're doing, how I'm progressing, and you want to follow along, just hit like and subscribe. You can listen to me again with my stupid Australian accent that may be harder for some people, like in the US and others, to listen to. However, for those that are keen, like, subscribe, and whack a comment in there, because I'll go through and check if you have some queries about exercises that I'm doing. I'm not an expert. I'm just some rando over 40 guy who's trying to get fit again after a big break. But I'm hoping that by doing so, I can not only be a role model for my family, but an inspiration for others to get out there and do it. So, again, I always say, go out there, do something hard, better yourself, get better. You notice the differences. So it's hard in the moment. You got to push through it. It's a mental game. Push through it. Push yourself. Focus. Get better. Up your game again the next time. As long as you're always doing something that's hard and you're pushing yourself, you'll start seeing results. And again, I'm feeling better for it. Some of my shirts might be tightening up around my shoulders and things, which makes me feel better about myself, especially when I'm on a work call. I can see my preview. I'm like, yeah, okay. Not looking too bad. Just obviously over 40. Don't want to see too many pictures of the back of my head, though, because saw one of those and I can tell I'm thinning out. So that's something I'll have to try not to focus on. Anyway, thank you again for listening. If you're out there, get out, get active, be good to yourself, and I'll talk soon.
Waking up early, gotta lace those shoes tight. Every step's a battle, but I'm ready for the fight. Face in the mirror, seeing shadows of the past. But today, I'm stronger, I'm rising up at last. With every heartbeat, I feel the fire ignite. Chasing my dreams, I'm reaching for a new